Oh God.
It's going up and down.
Oh God.
In and out, up and down.
That's a good night.
It looks so fancy and shiny. I just want to put it in my butt, man.
I got a better one.
Buckle veins. Back to the Future. This is Jay's favorite movie ever.
Actually, it's tied with Ghostbusters. But yes, it is up there.
Don't call me a fucking liar.
I just did it. Well, I didn't really. But yes, Back to the Future, guys. I mean, so this is going to be a spoiler video. That's a cat.
Hope you've seen it.
Oh, did you lick it?
No.
Oh.
I don't like cats.
How you doing?
I don't like cats.
That cat doesn't even...
I don't like
that cat's high as fuck. It's on Molly. So Back to the Future. Basically, the plot is... Marty McFly, a young high school kid, is friends with Doc Brown, a scientist, inventor, / that's also a madman considered by Hill Valley to be an asshole. And he creates a time machine out of a DeLorean. Marty McFly gets caught up, goes back to 1955, and his mom wants to fuck him, and he has to come back to 1955.
That's weird. Let's just get that out of the way.
Yeah, that's
real
really
quick.
weird. Like,
they tried to shop this movie to Disney, and Disney was like, "Are you out of your fucking mind? His mom tries to fuck him. That's incestual. Get the fuck out!"
Even though Leah Thompson is hot.
Get out!
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, man.
I mean, no.
I mean...
Nope. If it was stepmom, okay.
I mean, I can't see it that way because it's not my mom. So, looking at it...
No.
In the moment...
No. No.
If I jump... Well, let me put it this way. If I jumped inside of someone else's body...
Yeah, Mom, you're getting like Matrix with it.
No, I'm just saying.
If it was you...
If I woke up from a coma for 40 years and they were like, by the way, the future's weird and you're someone else now, that's your mom, I'd be like... I might...
Okay, I get where you're going.
You know?
Okay, I'd be alright with that. The thing is...
But if it was my mom, I wouldn't.
Yeah, see,
even if she looked like that.
We're getting existential now.
I'm just saying.
Okay, so, yeah, we're not
She's hot.
This is Game of Thrones shit. Like, he's like, would you fuck your mom?
God, she's not just hot, dude. She's
like...
sensual. Like, there's something... She wants it.
She wants that dick bad.
She wants it.
She wants that dick.
She
So,
really does want it.
This movie is... without a doubt, one of the coolest, most badass fucking spectacles of the 80s. I think this is spectacle well and watch. It really is one of those movies that, like, defined the 80s, I think. It's got such great special effects. It's got great storytelling, great characterization, and great backstory of each character. And every cast member does their part awesome. And... I mean, I think the movie in itself is about the friendship that develops and the bonds that go between Doc Brown and Marty McFly at the end of it.
Best friends forever.
They are best friends forever. What to say about it? I mean, there's been so many reviews about it, but let's just start with saying the DeLorean is fucking badass, and who wouldn't want a DeLorean even now?
Absolutely.
Like, there's so many people now that go cosplay and stuff that they get a DeLorean because you guys are lucky you have money and you can like make your own time machine. Who doesn't want that driving down the street? And it's instantly recognizable, like the Batmobile, to have a fucking DeLorean with like all the cool shit in the back.
It's classic.
I want to know though, honestly, if you guys went back in time and you could meet your parents, and you did, but your mom wanted your nutsack really bad.
Right back to it.
How would you handle it? But I mean, but I'm saying, what would you do?
I would handle it differently than he would. If it was actually my mom, I wouldn't have been so like, well, okay, maybe. I'm like, get the fuck off me! That's disgusting! Jesus Christ, go make me a sandwich.
But he can't do that.
I would have fucking goddamn O.J. Simpson that shit.
And take the crust off that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's gross. I can't believe they went there, and that's why Disney wouldn't take it, which is probably a good thing, because, probably
you know what?
Things worked out.
The thing that sticks out in my mind the most about this movie is literally, it's not the fact that his mom wants to fuck him, even though that is like the number one thing that most people think about. Yeah. It's really what I mentioned earlier about the Doc Brown, Marty McFly relationship.
Yeah.
I think that's just a cool thing. It's like almost like Marty was so disappointed with his dad because George is like kind of a weakling and shit. He's like, I have your car towed all the way to your house, and all you have for me is a light beer. Like Biff is a dick.
Oh man.
And his dad's such a dick. His dad's such a weakling. So he has this like cool best friend relationship with Doc Brown that he's like he can go and talk with him and have this cool little relationship with. And his dad, because his daddy can't talk to his dad, can't talk to his family. Because the thing is with Marty McFly's family.
Go on.
Knight Rider pulled up.
My phone rang.
The thing about Marty McFly and his family, I don't want to say it, but it's kind of true. Before he fixes things in the past, they're kind of white trashy. They feel white trashy.
It's a sad suburban family.
Yeah, but it is. It's a sad, but it feels trashy too because it's like
it's like Halloween.
Like when George lets Biff borrow the car and he fucks his car up, and Biff's like in there just not giving a shit at all. He goes, I want to know who's gonna pay for this. I spilled beer all over my shirt when that car crashed.
So well done, because you hated him, and you felt and you were pissed off at his dad, and you felt bad for Marty all at the same time.
Yeah, because this is going on in front of Marty when Biff is like saying, I want to know who's going to pay for this. And he's like, and then George is like, well, Biff, maybe your insurance is going to pay for it. And he's like, my insurance, it's your car, your insurance. And then, his son's sitting there listening to his dad just doing this. I mean, it's like, goddamn.
Crispin Glover, by the way, perfect casting.
Yeah, he's really good.
Absolutely perfect casting. He's so good and so weird and so strange. He makes this movie special in a way that it just wouldn't have been without him in it. But by the way, also I want to talk about Marty McFly. Everybody knows that they casted somebody else first, and it just didn't work. The comedy didn't work. This movie may not have worked without Michael J. Fox.
I saw those bonus features. The guy was good. Like, the guy they did cast originally. Yeah. And it sucks that he got 6 weeks on and they fired his ass. But Michael J. Fox was born for this role. Like, there's no doubt that Michael J. Fox, without him being George McFly or Marty McFly, it just wouldn't have been the same kind of movie.
That's what makes it ticks, because you've got Marty McFly's character makes the whole thing tick. He's reactionary, the way he reacts to scenes, stuff like that. He's just a cool guy. He loves rock and roll. He just wants to date his girlfriend. He's such a cool, likable character that any teenager can pretty much relate to him. The fact that he skateboards, just the little scenes there, like when he's riding on the back of cars on his way to school and stuff like that. Just little stuff like that so many movies forget to do that matter so much in this movie. That Marty McFly's character, this movie would not have existed if Michael J. Fox wasn't so great.
I think this movie captured the 80s high school life really well.
Huey Lewis in the News.
Huey Lewis in the News, they brought the news, and it was fucking #1. Like, that soundtrack's amazing. Power of Love, Went Back in Time. I went back in time. Bam, bam. It was so good. There's nothing about, and then even with him introducing rock and roll in 55 with
love that
Johnny B. Good. Yeah. Like, it's so badass. And then the way that he,
after stage presence.
After his mom wants his sack, and he's able to go back and fix that to where he's like, hey, you got to be with George. And, he helps George stand up for himself. It's like, hey, you get your damn hands off of her. And then, George finds it within himself to beat the shit out of Biff and get the girl.
It's like Game of fucking Thrones. Really There's so many characters, and you care about each one of them. They spread every character so perfectly that you care about Crispin Glover's character, you care about Doc Brown, you care about Marty McFly. You love and care about all these fucking characters so much that it makes everything just work.
And it wasn't just the fact that it was a cool comedy science fiction movie, that's essentially what it is. Yeah. But at the heart of it, I think that it's got, like I keep going back to the friendship between McFly and Brown. It really is. There's a moment in the end, right before he goes back, and right before he went back to 55, Doc gets shot and killed. Yeah. And he goes back in time, and he wrote that letter, and he's like, Doc rips it up before he's like, damn it, Doc, why'd you have to do this? He goes, I wish I had more time. He's like, what am I talking about? I'm in a time machine. I got plenty of time. And he tries to go back just a few minutes before, 15 minutes before, and he sees Doc getting shot, and this emotion comes over his face. Like, I just wasn't fast enough. And then he goes down there, and then Doc unfolds the letter because he wore a bulletproof vest, and he gives him a hug. There's so many cool moments like that, so many sentimental moments that I really hope they never try to remake this movie, which I know they will at some point. There was rumors about Justin Bieber being fucking Marty McFly. Please, God, don't bring the devil out so early. But let's just not remake this movie. This movie is perfect the way it is. This movie's a 10 for me. Like, I can't see. 10 for me too. I can't see anything wrong with this movie. The soundtrack's amazing. The acting's amazing. The comedy is on point. The sentimental parts are good.
And one more thing, it's so fucking goddamn 80s. It's so fucking 80s.
That's bad.
When the shit starts and the movie starts and you got all the clocks and you've got that hand that's turned around and feeds the dog and all that shit like that, it reminded me of Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Or the Goonies. Or something.
Yeah, like all that shit. It's perfectly lodged in that time. It will forever be encapsulated in the 80s, and it will never be redone or remade the same way again. That's what makes this movie so fucking special, is that it just really, really does encapsulate that time frame so well.
I liked how when he goes at the beginning, he has because Marty loves fucking rock and roll, and he hooks up the amp, and he hits the fucking the guitar, and it blows him back. He's like, rock and roll.
That was one of the greatest character introductions ever. It's so fucking badass.
It's shot so well. Robert Zemeckis did an amazing job with this fucking film. There's no doubt.
That's the last thing I want to say about it, is that the framing of the camera shots. You call me fucking crazy.
Oh, crazy.
Call me fucking crazy.
Cray.
But it tailored off towards the end of the film as the action picked up and stuff like that. But the special effects and stuff were amazing, obviously. But the camera work in this movie, I almost can't even put the words out.
You're gonna cry.
No, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not going to cry.
I know what people are going to say.
Okay. They're gonna call me a fucking fucking stupid asshole rhubarb. But
Rhubarb?
that just came out. I don't know where
I
that.
don't know.
What is a rhubarb?
I don't know.
It's a root.
Sounds like
it
sounds like a protein candy bar.
Yeah, it's a vegetable of some sort. The shots are so perfectly fucking placed. Everything looks so goddamn good for at least the first half of this film. That everything is so centered and the camera work is so good and it's so goddamn clean and it's so fucking centered that this movie literally, I put the camera work on the first half of this movie up there with the camera work on The Shining.
Oh, I'd see that. Yeah.
I know that sounds crazy, but just watch the subtle zooms into like when he's in the hallway and the teacher comes up and he's like, "You piece of shit, McFly," or whatever. The way the characters, the camera slowly moves up toward him. Robert Zemeckis fucking knocked the shit out of fucking holding the camera in this movie. I mean, it's amazing.
I can give you another example of that too. Is when he's like auditioning for the Battle of the Bands.
Yeah.
And you know, Huey Lewis, which is actually funny, it's Huey Lewis, and he's like, "I'm sorry, it's just too darn loud." And the camera kind of zooms in on his face, and he looks down at Jennifer, his girlfriend, and he's like, you know, and it was just so like, yeah, you're right. The cinematography and the camera work is awesome.
It's impeccable.
Robert Zemeckis knocked it out of the fucking park. And you know what? And of course the ending. Everybody loves the ending. Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Well,
I like the way you move. I like the way you move. That's a badass scene. I mean, did it need a sequel? Yeah, I mean, it's a time machine.
Cool.
Everybody wants to see the adventures of Doc Brown and Marty McFly. But it was like, that was such a cool scene though. When he pulls up and he's like, "Hey Doc, you need to back up. We're not gonna have enough roads." Like, "Roads? But we're going to get ready." The fucking thing, like, when I was a kid, I first watched it, I was like, "Oh my god!"
Probably the best scene.
It flies.
Probably the best scene in Knocked Up too. When Paul Rudd's talking to him, he's like, "Well, we're going. We don't need roads."
He's like, "I like the way you move." But it was so cool to see it fly. I'm like, "Oh my god, it fucking flies, bro!"
Fucking amazeballs. One of the greatest movies of all time. We both give it a 10.
By the way, I'm just gonna let you know, when this sucker hits 88 miles an hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
1.21 gigawatts!
1.21 gigawatts. It can't be done, can it?
We love your fucking faces. If you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button and get some warm opinion. This shit's on Netflix right now, by the way. I forgot to mention that.
That's why we're doing it.
I'm not gonna take a breath to leave the video, but it's on Netflix right now, and you can watch it right now. You can stream it. It's July 1st. You can stream it on Netflix. All three of them are gonna be on Netflix.
Good.
Click your fucking faces. Good. Click the subscribe button. Get some warm opinion.
Yeah.